tough act to follow. I'll try. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents and teachers, relatives and friends. 13 and a half years ago, I attended my first Halloween at Ash, dressed in a Pikachu costume. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to wear that same costume tonight. Nevertheless, it is a privilege to be able to address you on this special day when one journey ends and another begins. I have been both blessed and cursed to spend my entire childhood walking the halls of this school. Blessed because I have had the opportunity to meet people from around the world, despite never living outside of the Netherlands, and to be part of this dynamic community with so many cultures represented. Cursed because I've had to say goodbye to many friends who have gone off to exotic locations all around the globe, which I've got to admit has made me quite jealous. Undoubtedly, Ash has shaped the person I am today to a great extent, and it will always remain a part of me. And I hope I've left a mark on it as well. Well, actually I know I have, ever since I dropped a pencil in the grand piano. I still haven't been able to retrieve it. Anyways, my classmates and I owe a lot to the people who have contributed to our Ash experience. I cannot thank enough the teachers who have had to put up with our lame excuses, our early morning grogginess, and our foolish questions. The senior moms and other parents who spend their precious time to make events like International Day and Thanksgiving lunch possible. And the unsung heroes, the receptionists, security guards, cafeteria and cleaning staff, who work behind the scenes to enable us to grow in this safe and nurturing environment. It is easy to forget how many people it takes to make our lives more comfortable. Now, as I was preparing this speech, I had a dilemma. How could I do justice to such a special school? What is it that makes it unique? How can I possibly convey the essence of what this place means to me, to us, in a few words? The truth is, I can't. And the reason for this is that a large part of my experience at Ash has been defined by the little things, the everyday quirks which lighten up your day, and which are so often disregarded when our parents ask us how our school day went. It is only at Ash that dropping a plate in the cafeteria will earn you a round of applause from the whole high school. It is only at Ash that you will get excited when you see Miss Gravita wearing anything which isn't black, or that you'll have to look behind you during break to make sure Mr. Omerku isn't eavesdropping on your conversation. Now, of course this may be true for every other school, for all I know, but I think I speak for most of the grade when I say that these are the things that I'll remember about Ash. But most importantly, those who have really made my Ash experience what it's been are the 101 soon-to-be graduates who are sitting behind me. 3 days ago, I was invited over to a friend's house along with 4 other seniors and their parents, some of which I had rarely talked to. As each of us delivered a hastily prepared or improvised speech, what struck me was a sense of camaraderie between us. With the risk of sounding sentimental, I've got to say that it felt like we were a family. And just like in any family, there are fights, and there are cliques, and there are uncles twice removed, which you've never even met. And the same goes for our group. But in the end, we're all held together by the memories we've created. From Project 7, when the boys' raft started falling apart in the middle of the lake, to becoming the first senior class in recent history not to win Spirit Week. We've stuck together through thick and thin. We've helped each other survive test after test that was thrown at us. And we've come out the other end stronger, wiser, and more united than ever. And we've even had some great fun along the way. I hope that this bond that we've built continues to grow for many years to come. Now, apparently I'm supposed to end with some deep and meaningful insight, which really isn't my thing. But I do have one piece of advice that I'd like to share with you as we move on to the next phase of our lives. And as Mr. McHale and Jaco were speaking, I realized that there is a theme across our speeches, but I promise I wrote this before, and I'm not making it up right now. We often get caught up with dreams of fame and money, power and authority. We view people who have these as idols and make them our models of success. We spend our time trying to become like them, to replicate their stardom, but in the meantime, losing sight of our own ambitions. By attempting to follow in their footsteps, we forget to create our own. We forget to live our own lives, to pursue our own passions. But as myself, Mr. McHale, and Jaco have tried to show with our speeches, success is not achieved by acquiring wealth, but by being surrounded by the right people. So instead of setting goals such as becoming rich or famous, set out to find someone or something that you truly care about, that fills your life with joy. When you find that person, job, or hobby that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning, that's when you know you're successful. I'd like to leave you tonight with a quote from one of my favorite composers, Ludovico Einaudi, who summarized my philosophy in a much more elegant manner. It is only when we become aware, or are reminded, that our time is limited, that we can channel our energy into truly living. Thank you.